On the first weekend of November 2013, I was freezing cold. I had just moved to the UK from San Diego, California, having overlooked a few obvious trade-offs. I was walking in a line of students on a jagged cliff in Ireland, obediently following a London Business School flag. It was in fact the first trek that had been organized by my class. 5 Irish students decided to escort 100 of their classmates to Ireland for the weekend. To be clear, that's 2 months after the first term and 100 practical strangers. I'm still not sure what combination of bravery, patriotism, or stupidity led them to take on such an endeavor. As I clutched my borrowed jacket, I wondered who in this eclectic mix of students would one day become a part of my business school family. In the mere 48 hours that followed, I did indeed make lifelong friends. But I also discovered, so dramatic, I also discovered our vibrant and enriching non-academic activities that are driven entirely by our student body. Though we are here today to celebrate our academic achievements, I do not want to talk about your courses. I'm not going to applaud your grades, nor resurface the turbulent memories of getting cold called in class. Instead, I want to speak to our guests in the room, who for many of us are the most important people in our lives. To our parents, our siblings, our partners, our children, I want to tell you about the non-academic experience at London Business School. Imagine it's 6 months prior to orientation, and your son or your daughter, husband, girlfriend, has told you that they're going to quit their job and pursue a degree here in London. You are so proud of their acceptance. You're excited, perhaps a bit nervous, but hopeful that they're going to be furthering their career. Fast forward to the end of first term, and around this time I'm freezing in Ireland, and now you're growing a bit suspicious. You're not convinced a course requires singing in Trafalgar Square dressed as Santa Claus or collecting passport stamps. You're a bit confused about what job opportunities warrant a career trek to Ibiza. Now, I can't in good conscience deny our generous travel schedule, but my goal today is to fill in the blanks. I suspect you have no idea what your graduates were up to when the interviews and the lectures were over. Because of the students here today, London Business School is not the same place it was before they arrived. And it is because of the collective efforts to change each other, change the community, and inevitably change themselves. The impact may be imperceptible over the course of a program. So today, just for a moment, let us stop, indulge, and marvel at the ways in which the PhD, Master's in Finance, and MBA students left a mark on this school. So families, friends, this is what your graduates have been doing. Graduating students, because of you, we have LBS Shares, a new forum for students, alumni, and faculty to share extraordinary experiences. Because of you, we have the London Entrepreneurship Review, an online publication that gives voice to thought leadership in the entrepreneurial space. Because of you, we have the Design Group, which promotes the use of design principles in business. Because of you, we have LBS Ventures, a partnership that has created a long-standing professional network for students and industry leaders. Because of you, Master's in Finance students built lasting bridges in private equity with the inaugural career trek. Because of you, we learned about ocular implants and radical healthcare reform through TEDx talks. Who could ever forget that all she needed was a glass of lemonade? Because of you, we finally gave a voice to a very unlikely regional minority group with the first ever Great British and Irish Society. Because of you, we have the first top business school dean to dance in a remake of Pharrell's Happy music video. Because of you, new companies have been born, a fashion brand for the cycling businesswoman, a Bollywood film database, an Airbnb management service, a forum for spreading literacy globally, a new way to crowdsource content targeting influencers and experts, just to name a few. PhD graduates, because of your academic research, the PhD program continues to be a global leader. I'm honored to be graduating alongside you, the very people who will be teaching the core courses we just completed. This is what you've accomplished in your free time, after a day's work, whether it be a full-time job or a full academic load. This was all in addition to a baseline LBS experience with an endless stream of student conferences, speaker series, athletic events, corporate competitions. In 2 years alone, you made 70 treks to 35 different countries. You hosted 1,500 student-led events and 18 headline conferences with a combined 40,000 registered attendees. The collective labor of love that is required of a calendar of this quality and scale makes me so proud to be a graduate of this institution. We came to LBS in a deeply self-focused state of mind. What can LBS do for me? What are my goals? How will I get ahead? What's his GMAT score? The ensuing cultural shift was swift and profound. Within mere weeks, small ideas developed into big impact. None of you were asked to do this work. It was born of intrinsic motivation to create something bigger than yourselves. Yet I'd hate for us to simply look back on this time as if it were some finite experiment. Take this energy, this momentum with you. Let it build and carry through seamlessly to your next stage. Bring that passion you felt for challenging and being challenged, for experimenting, for learning from failures. Bring it with you and apply it to your craft and to your passion. Believe it or not, unlike our older counterparts, we as an institution are not overly encumbered by tradition, married to preserving this is just the way things are done. We are young and fluid and growing. This is why we were able to have a student community that is autonomous, dynamic, and creative. I can tell you confidently that this is not the case in other top schools. Finally, back to our honored guests, our parents, siblings, partners, friends. Please join me in applauding PhD, Master's in Finance, and MBA graduates not only for the reception of their degrees, for pouring their passion and energy into this experience.